Everybody, it's Steph, and we're back for our April Pentastic video, or I'm sorry, our March Pentastic video in April. And I've been waiting because I was kind of waiting here to the end of the month to see if I would be able to find anything about a serious algorithm change. But I don't know if you've noticed, but Pinterest traffic is definitely dropping. I had about 7 to 8,000 less sessions this month from Pinterest than I did last month. So I do feel that the algorithm is changing with the promoted pins and also with the recommended for you and all the different algorithm changes with the feeds. So definitely know that I really feel like now it's getting tougher than ever to get your stuff out there on Pinterest and to get traffic from Pinterest. However, I am still finding that the things that were pinned a long time ago before a lot of these algorithm changes that I've seen kind of come up um, have still gotten good traffic. So it seems like the newer stuff is harder to get out there, obviously, unless it's something that goes viral or something that does really well. So a couple statistics that I want to share with you before we kind of get into how to get your marketing plan for Pinterest together for this month. But basically, 80% of traffic to Pinterest is coming from mobile devices. So that means that if Pinterest readers are on Pinterest and they click through to your site, you need to have a mobilely responsive site. Now, the other thing I talked to you about last time was the Sumo Me plugin, which Cynthia Sanchez had recommended in her podcast because it really does show up really nicely on a mobile device. I've seen it on my own mobile device, and it makes it really easy to repin or share on Facebook any content that somebody would come to your page and see. So the Sumo Me, it's Sumome, like a sumo wrestler, so Sumo Me. ME, and that app I found to be really, really awesome. So again, you need to have a mobilely responsive site, and you need to have your site set up so that mobile traffic can really maneuver well around your site. Still have a few things I need to work through on my own site as well in that area. The other thing is that right now there are 1.7 billion recipes on Pinterest. So obviously that is a lot of what people are pitting, but it also makes competition really tough. So again, going back to the search feature on Pinterest is really where it's at, where you're making sure that your SEO on your pins is really good. So if you're going to be doing like this one, I wanted to pull up some of these here, like this salmon recipe. Obviously, if you would want to have chili and salmon and recipe all in the same description, somehow making sure that your description is really clear to what somebody would be searching for. You might even want to go as far as say dinner recipes, the sweet chili salmon dinner recipe, because people even categorize by appetizer, meal, dinner, lunch, lunch ideas, like I said, desserts, cupcakes, specific things that they're searching for. That's going to help you become more easily found. So the next two things I want to talk about is that daily there are 2 million pins that are product rich pins repinned on Pinterest. So products are still a viable pin, coming especially from sites like Old Navy. But again, I am not 100% sure where we are, but I think that the links are pretty much stripped unless they were to come back to a blog post, obviously, and so you can't post affiliate links directly to Pinterest and have people shop through your links. If they come back to your blog post and they shop, that's one thing. So the other thing is that 14 million articles are pinned daily. So I still think it's worthwhile to, pin things, just like I just did one on essential oils and seasonal allergies. And I think obviously, I'm investing a lot in essential oils right now. I'm promoting it on my blog. I'm using them personally. So for me, I've been doing a ton of essential oil recipes, not just for SEO, but on Pinterest as well, trying to make them Pinterest friendly pins to get people to, obviously come back and look at all my essential oil content. So that's how I've been using Pinterest a lot lately, is for, like I just did one on how I also have an essential oil board, and then how seasonal allergies affect, I'm sorry, I just did one today on the best essential oils for seasonal allergies. And so I have that in the very top here of my board listing. And looks like I need to take the map off of that. Hang on one second. No, we don't want to add a map. So let's go back, try that again. There we go. So again, this was my one from today where I just got a stock photo. I've also been working on the do-it-yourself cleaners with my own photos in my own Lightbox. Also, here's another one from my own Lightbox as well. And then you can see here, I've just, done a lot of other, essential oil posts, even one about anxiety and depression, specific oils. So again, whatever you're looking for people to come to your site for, if it's deals and coupons, then you need to have a deal and coupon board front and center, which with your constant deals. Now, again, I still get some traffic when I post those types of things, but those pins fade so quickly that I really think you would harm the validity of your site if you were constantly posting pins about deals and coupons. I don't think that's such a wise idea. So you definitely want to have content going out more than you have deals and coupons going out. So, Pinterest started in 2010, and just this last, they've always been venture capital funded. So they've never really had to rely on, many investors. They don't have stock yet. And so like, unlike, Facebook, they're still able to kind of keep an open playing field. And that's why now is still the time to be pinning. They just gained another almost close to 500 million in funding in the last month. And so that's great news for the rest of us because that means that they're not this could be like their make or break financial year. They're valued at over 11 billion right now, but the thing is that a lot of venture capital has been invested in them, a lot of like upfront investor money, and so I think what they're trying to do is tweak it. There's three goals that they have this year. The three goals are to work on their apps, to help to learn to monetize Pinterest, and to grow internationally. They've increased their male following by 73% this year, but their main goals are the apps, the monetization, and growing internationally. So the apps, they're updating every 3 weeks. And again, we know that Pinterest is mobile, and so the app is being updated constantly. And there's a lot of reasons why they're doing that, mostly because it's they can try things quickly and get them fixed quickly, basically is what they were saying and all the stuff that I read. And so the thing is right now they're not relying heavily on on a stock portfolio. And so it's still a great time to be pinning. Again, still gaining followers. I still think you need to gain followers, authentic followers. Yes, you can do some giveaways, but growing by pinning, repinning every day. I am going to let you in on a secret. We'll see who else is paying attention to this video today. But I actually pay a girl through Odesk in a third world country to repin for me. It costs me probably $3 a day to pay her. So that's maybe $90 a month that I'm paying for her to manage my Pinterest boards, to repin for me, to go into the repinning groups and pin for me, and I am still getting enough traffic to pay for her to do that. So I think if you can find somebody that's third world country that's willing to do that, great. You need to be, if you don't want to spend your time repinning and you want to focus more on content and managing your site, that's where it's really at. So there's my secret for you today and why I'm still gaining Pinterest followers pretty quickly. I've gained just almost 100 here. Now it is slower. You're gaining followers much slower than we were a year ago. Oh my goodness, it's not a crawl, but it's a walk. So we've gone from a high-speed sprint to a walk, but at least we're not at a crawl at this point. So I still think it's valuable to increase your follower count for sponsored posts, for other, just to grow your social media so that people know that you're a vested brand and that, even though I still think traffic is your number one source, your Google Analytics is obviously going to draw people to you most of all. But sometimes if it's something that's Pinterest rich or Pinterest heavy, I get more sponsored posts because of that. I also have 40,000 Twitter followers, and so I've gotten great impressions from, a lot of Twitter followers, even though I don't always follow strategically, So these are all things that you need to keep in mind as you're growing your social media. But Pinterest is definitely still an open field to some degree, not like it was before, but you need to be pinning great content all the time, as much as you can. I'm trying to constantly come up with new content and in areas where I think maybe they haven't been completely saturated yet. Obviously probably mashed potatoes, or sweet potato recipes. There's all kinds of everyday basics. Chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, I would not be pinning or blogging about that at this point unless I had some spectacular cookie recipe that was just literally to die for, then I might. But so hopefully you guys learned a little bit about this month and where Pinterest is headed and where you need to be headed with your blog. And as you create your marketing plan over the next month, even if it's just trying to decide if you should live pin or you should hire somebody, if you're going to do a hology, if you're not going to do a hology, those are all the things you need to take into account. So hopefully you guys had a great March, and hopefully I'll get you something a little sooner here in April, but I was kind of waiting to see if I could find out more about the algorithm. So don't panic if you see your traffic drop from Pinterest right now a little bit. All right, hope you guys are having a great day. Bye-bye.